welcome back to my channel. Now I'm not sure if this is going to be a bonus video for June. Maybe June is going to be a stack month, but it's definitely a video in June that we're doing. And today I'm doing my semi-annual check-in. What's been going on? How have my art progressed in the past 6 months? What's been going on? What did I do? So basically I'll be doing this video as a mashup of a art haul as well as a progression video. So with that said, let's start with the art haul. Now this is going to be the stuff that I acquired from January to now, so it's not necessarily just stuff that I acquired within the past month. It's spanned a spectrum of time, and honestly, it's not a lot. I thought it was a lot, but it really wasn't. But let's look at the stuff that I've acquired so far. And first I'm going to start off with the stuff that I got here in the country of Belize, and you will not believe what those are. So we're starting off with the stuff that I got here in the country of Belize, and it's basically these stuff here. Okay. Wait, there's more. Yeah. And well, not necessarily this, but what's in this. Some markers. So we're going to be looking at all these right now. So I have them off to the side a bit just so I could have some space in here. And these came in a pack of 6, I believe. But it's basically these 2 designs, 3 of each, that comes in a pack of pencils. They're mechanical pencils. As you know, I love mechanical pencils, and it's so unusual. I think they're a 0.5 or a 0.7. Okay, yeah, there we go. So yeah, I was just testing it out to see how it, yeah, it looks like a 0.7. Yeah, so yeah, these just fun, cute design. I kind of like them. And then they had a pack of 3 of these. I believe I'm using one. These are 0.7 as well. They're basic. And what's so beautiful about these is that they have retractable sleeves. Yeah. Most bargain-friendly mechanical pencils don't really come with retractable sleeves, but these ones do. Came in a pack of 3. This one came in a pack of 6. So these are nice. So some of these stuff already been opened, and the packs have already been discarded because, well, I've had them for almost 6 months. The next ones are these. Okay, here we go. Now, these are the stuff I bought here in Belize. Now, I am not really into journaling, to be honest. I'm not really into journaling, but I do have a journal that I use, and I got these for my journal, basically to stamp little images in my journal. Spiders, dinosaur stars, rainbows, moons, question marks, love signs, circles, smiley face, flowers, footprints, and sunshine. Yeah, and it also has a marker on the end. Yeah. So I have these. Sorry guys, I tossed the packaging away because I didn't really need the packaging. I've been using these in my journal, and also I've been using this when in my art book to do drawing as line art. So these come in really handy for that. Next stuff that you see me have here are these, also a bunch of felt tip markers. Yeah, they're not major, you know. It's just sometimes when I go to work, I would draw pretty early. I go to work sometimes 6:30, 5:30 in the morning. I'm not supposed to start until 8. So during my free time, I would either draw or do something. So sometimes I will take these along with me for that purpose. So I'm not sure if these will ever be featured on the channel, these markers, because their purpose was not necessarily as art supply. It's just as they're bought as more stationery and office supply. So the other thing that may not be featured on the channel are these. Now keep in mind, this is a Belizean, bought in Belize, art haul. So these are the stuff that are bought here in the country Belize, and includes these. Now I love ceramic um, bowls and plates for watercolor. I love using them, and I went to this department store near where I work and I found these cute little Chinese dipping bowls. Now I remember another art YouTuber, Becca Hilburn, says these are perfect for putting large amounts of large washes in them, especially when you want to focus on only one color. I managed to get 4 little dipping trays, so I could use them if I have a large painting to do and I need large amount of a color. Instead of having to clean my mixing tray off, I could just use these instead. And I also got this, which is a bigger palette. It's actually a plate that I found at one of my local stores here in my country, and it's kind of wonky, but it's okay because I'm using it for watercolor, and I have been using it and it works out perfectly, but it's a little wonky, so I have to be mindful of its edging. Okay, so now we're getting into the actual art supplies that was bought in the country of Belize from July to now, and it includes 3 sets of colored pencils. This is 2 here. Yeah, these are Pointers Black Intense Color. I might do a review of these on the channel, but I'm also definitely going to be donating this to a family member, so you won't be seeing these anymore. I'll just after I do my review, first impression of these, swatching and all those amazing stuff, I will be sending these off to my family member. So yeah, here we go. The next one that we're looking at is this. This is also from Pointer. This is their Pointer Blue brand, which I think it's their kids. It's like in their kids student range kind of brand for pointers. And these are their neons and metallic color set. It comes with 6 of each, 6 neon, 6 metallic colors, beautiful colors. Now, as you know, I do still have those metallic colored pencils to work with, so these will fit in very nicely with those as comparison, and it's gorgeous. Of course, there's no color names, but again, this is definitely something that we can be looking forward to. I just don't know if it's gonna come in 2025, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of these may not be seen until 2026. I think I should do this one too. This is another Pointer product. This is Pointer, another Pointer colored pencils. These are their 36. Now these were the ones that I got from a friend as a Christmas present, but that friend gave me a 12 set. I later found that the art and stationery supply store where I buy my Pointer products from brought in a 36 set. So I am donating my 12 set to the same family member, to a family member, and I'll use in my 36 set instead. So these are it. It's called Pointer Intense colored pencils. So they're really nice. I use them. I like using them. I am not sure again if I'm gonna bring this in a video for you, because I've already, you notice it's not even in there. I've already taken them out, I've already swatched them, I've already worked with them, because I've already used a 12 set with you. So I'm not sure if you guys want to see me do a full-on perspective of the same colors, just in a larger size. We're looking at the products that are new to me that I got this year, and it includes this. This is the Pointer Pastel Watercolor. Yes, I know I said that me making my own watercolor means I don't have to buy a pastel set, but this costs $3.50 Belize, which is about $1.75 USD. And so yeah, when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I could wing it. And so I got it. It's supposed to be pastel colors only. I have never opened it. I would love to see it. It's one of their blue brand again, and it's pastel colors. It's watercolor cake, so we can look forward to seeing this in a future video on the channel. It may not be this year, to be honest, guys. And the reason I'm saying it may not be this year is because I have this year pretty planned out. I have it planned out from January to December. Of course, there's a lot of free spaces in between, so I could always fit some stuff in, but I'm not sure about that. So maybe not. I definitely might gonna know by next year, just because I want to review some of the other stuff that I've already reviewed before, just to kind of see if my perspective on them has changed in 2026. So yeah, but yeah, I got this. The other product I got from Pointer is this. This is the Pointer, believe it or not, this is the Pointer Solid Watercolor. This is a 36 watercolor set from Pointer, and I bought it right here in the country of Belize. Now, we're used to seeing sets like these on Amazon, AliExpress, Temu, Shein, wherever you get your cheap watercolor fixed, and this is it. I am thinking Pointer is signing up with some white labeling company from China. I'm not sure if it's Semiart or Mungio, but definitely they're bringing in these amazing now products in the country of Belize, and I just so happens to got my hands on this. I'm super excited to dive into this. Again, it might not be this year. Okay, final product. Guess what they start to bring into the country of Belize? Pointer watercolor paper. Yes, they started to bring the Pointer watercolor paper in. So it's kind of funny that I have Pointer watercolor paints, Pointer paint brushes, and now I actually have the Pointer watercolor paper. Pretty cool. I found this at my local art and stationery supply store that brings in the Pointer product. They have it in two sizes, which is an A5 and an A4. So I got the A5 version, and it's a fine grain, trying to reduce the glare, fine grain, which means it's more on the hot press side of the watercolor paper spectrum. So, and hot press paper is not a paper that I work on a lot, so that was pretty cool. And there is a possibility, again, you might not see this in 2025, but yeah, we have this going for us, and I'm super excited to dig into this. But of course, there's other stuff that came before this that we need to dig into in 2025. That concludes my Bought in Belize art haul. I don't think it was a lot. I mean, it's not, and the fact that it is over a period of time, it's not a lot. Really, it is not, at least for me. But yeah, like I said, in the country of Belize, they're stepping up their art game, especially in the realm of watercolor, and I am all for it. I love it. I think it's beautiful. But now we're gonna get into stuff that I had to import, and we're gonna start off first with the big stuff, and then we're gonna go into the small stuff. Big stuff that I had to import in is this. Now let me bring you guys out. This is a pencil case. It's the 480 count pencil case that I had to get because, well, I'm accumulating a lot of Pointer pencils, as you can see, so I needed to put it in something, and I got this just to be nice, and it holds all my Pointer pencils perfectly. When this is all filled up, I think my colored pencil buying days are over. So yeah, I got this. I had to import it in because it's no longer sold in the country. It's no longer sold. It's not sold in the country of Belize, which I imported in, which I found out the very month I got it that I didn't have to import it in, was this. Yeah, I got myself a watercolor washing jars. It comes with the washing and the rinse inside, and the side where I can put my paintbrush in. You're seeing water droplets in it because I am using it. It also came with the cover, and the reason why I'm saying I imported in but I didn't have to was because the very month that I got this, I went to my local art and stationery supply store, and they had this exact same version in a Pointer version, the same place that sell Pointer products. They brought in the Pointer washing jars, and I was like, and it was in white, which was, I always wanted it in white, but I had already gotten this. I think I got this like the week before I went to the local art and stationery supply store to get those markers. So yeah, it was like the week before I got them, so I had to let it go because I've been using this and this has been serving me well. I don't think sure. So it does come with the palette on top, the same as the pointer one does come with the white palette on top. So yeah, so I got this. So now I do have my washing jar. The last thing that I import in for 2025 so far in the last 6 months are these two paints. Now this is a set of neon color watercolor paints. You're noticing a trend, aren't you? I have metallic watercolor paints, I have metallic pencils, I have pastel watercolor paints, I have pastel tone pencils, I have neon colored pencils, and I have neon watercolors. What do you think? Yeah, so this is a 12 set that I got, and this might come in 2025, especially knowing that, you know, I've already had it paired with some neon pencils. I just keep it in the packaging so I could remember to read all this and reference this when it's time for me to do the review. But yeah, so this is here. It's a 12 set. I can't wait to get it to review this with you guys and to get into this. The next thing I imported in are these. Now this is a supporting buy, and I say supporting buy because another art YouTuber was selling Q-rated, and I say Q-rated Da Vinci watercolor sets because she was selling off some extra Da Vinci half pans that she have had, and I had to support my girl Miranda Watson from Alkali Creek Art, and so she was selling off her extra Da Vinci watercolor half pans at a steal. It was like if I was supposed to get this set from Da Vinci's online store or even from the Blick online store, I would have paid 3 times more than what she was selling it for. So it was at a steal. And so I hooked up with my girl and I was able to get, and to be honest, Da Vinci is one of those brands that I've always wanted to try. So when I saw her selling her extra half pans off at a steal, and I have to admit, it was a steal because I really did the research. I really did the math. I was like, nope, I had to get them. So to support one of an amazing YouTube artist as well, of course. So yeah, I got them. So this will definitely be coming to you guys. May not be in 2025, definitely, but it definitely will be coming to you guys because these are some paints I was so excited to get in these. So these are some stuff I'm truly excited to get. So we have gotten through the haul stuff. Now we're going to get through the sketchbook and stuff. Okay, so these are sketchbooks that I'm working through, and these are sketchbooks that are mostly drawn up. No, wait. There's an extra one here. They're mostly drawn up, but they're more on the completed side than anything else. And the reason I'm only featuring these 7 books is because you would have seen the other sketchbooks that are featured in these different categories in that 2024 sketchbook in process video. Please guys, look at it. So I don't want to repeat the same sketchbook. These ones are pretty new. I believe that these 2 here, well, except this one, these 4 here were featured in that video, but the reason why these 4 are being featured here now is because for the most part I've been doing a lot of active work in them, and so I'm working through them. So these are the sketchbooks I'm actually working through. Yeah, I remember I said I was going to turn this into a miscellaneous sketchbook. I did. And I've also been working through my honeymoon nostalgia sketchbook. So I've been working through this, doing a lot of active work through this, and you would have seen this year, especially this year. You have seen me working through this book this year. I'm not sure if you'll be seeing this book being featured, but definitely you've seen me working through these books this year. This book, believe it or not, my unfortunate book have gotten even more unfortunate, but I have basically drawn it up. It's on the completed book. It's on the completed book on that side where it's fully drawn up but not fully illustrated. Yeah, guys, I did it. I fully illustrated this book, and it's amazing. And I'm tired, but it's finished. It's done. It's on that it's in that category now. I am so happy for myself. This book too is also in that fully illustrated pile, and yes, it is fully illustrated. I have put all the pictures in it that I will ever put, and it just needs to be now color book. Now remember, this was the one that was made with treated watercolor paper, and it's also made from that fabric that just seems to love to peel and just make a mess. But the fact that I've already fully illustrated is just to work through them and to get through them and to put them up. Like I said, we're just looking at what's new, what is different from my last sketchbooking process video. And here we are. I can gladly say that this is not completed. It's kind of like in this pile here. So yeah, but these 3 sketchbooks I opened in 2025, and for the most part I am completing them. I'm illustrating in them in 2025. I have put most of the illustration in this that I would ever put. So it's all here, and I say most because I have a couple blank sheets left just in case if I want to do swatches or tests in them. There's a few blank pages left, but for the most part it's finished. Let me bring you guys in a bit closer. Yeah, for the most part it is finished, and it is made from that unfortunate fabric, yeah, that just loves to peel. So yeah, I'm trying to get through these books as quickly as possible. The other book, this is a paper pad. It's a hot press watercolor paper pad that I got in a previous scroller box. And the reason why I'm so happy for myself for this pad, let me bring you guys out a bit. The reason I'm happy for myself for this pad is because it is fully illustrated, complete. All 10 or 9 pages, I'm not sure, I remember how much pages are in here, but all pages are fully illustrated. They have pictures on them. So they're fully illustrated. It's just for me now to put paint on them. So this is actually in that category. It was open in 2025 and it was finished in 2025. Well, fully illustrated at least. And here is the last book that have been, well, this is still working through. It's not fully illustrated. And yeah, I'm happy. This is another book that was open in 2025. Maybe I might complete it in 2025. I'm using this book primarily for markers and crayons illustration, markers now, color pencils and crayon illustration. So you will be seeing this book popping up in future videos, definitely. So these are the books that you will be seeing coming up in future videos in 2025. I do have a bit of news. I have been uploading a lot of the illustrations that I have made in these sketchbooks, all of them. They have been uploaded on my Patreon. So I try to give them as coloring pages for my Patreon every month. So you guys have access to those. Once you are a member of my Patreon, you have access to those coloring pages, the quick doodles. I'm also trying to put up my worksheets that I work with up on my Patreon so that my Patreon have access to those and they can work along with me, color along with me, use my testing sheets, worksheets to test out their own mediums that they have. Yeah, this is super exciting. I'm actually amazed that I was able to work through, and when I say work through, it's basically I do leave a couple, like maybe 5. This one I think has 16 blank pages, yeah, to work on. but for the most part, I've already put most of the drawings that I need to put in this. So if I need to do like what I'm doing with testing mediums, I don't have to draw something to test it. I've already have something pre-drawn up, ready to go. Same thing with these. I've been putting drawing in these, and I've left a few spaces, but it's not gonna be much, just in case I need to swatch something. So yeah, so when it comes to me doing my testing, my working with the mediums, I have something already ready. And the same thing with this. So you would be seeing definitely these books again, and the same thing with this. So yeah, so that's why I'm so happy with myself, and having my Patreon and giving these illustrations as coloring pages also keep me motivating, keep me drawing, so they can have them to color with and to follow along with me. So yeah, that was a very long video. That's the progress that I've been going through since January to now. And who knows what the rest of the year will bring. Hey, my birthday and Christmas is in the second half of the year. So we might see another art haul, but yeah, I would say the art haul is pretty modest so far. It's not a huge amount of stuff. It's actually very small. Very, very small, very modest. The fact that, you know, I'm working towards, and the thing that I like too is that I'm being a very, yeah, even though I'm an art hoarder, I'm actually being very precise about it, because I'm only getting those things that I am curious about. If I can leave it on the shelf, I left it on the shelf, just like I did with even though the old Don probably would have bought that pointer water container just because it is in white and it's sold in the country of Belize. But yeah, I already have one. I don't need where would I put the second one? Put it that way. That is not going to be in use. And the stuff that I am getting are stuff that I'm either A, very, very curious about getting, and B, very needed, like the pencil case. I needed it. So yeah, it's things that are going to be put in use. There are things that I'm very interested in using, and who knows where the rest of the year takes me. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey, and as always, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one.